News.mc on Monaco Info is brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties. Bringing you news on Monaco's economy, culture, sports and more. Welcome to News.mc, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Coming up on News.mc, discover past week's top stories and meet the people who make Monaco.
My name is Loris Menoni. I'm the Executive Director of Sportel Monaco, and you are watching News.mc on Monaco Info.
What's been making headline in the past week? The Monaco Press Club welcomed legendary ocean activist Paul Watson on October the 9th for a special conference at the Hôtel Métropole. Speaking to a full audience, the founder of Sea Shepherd and co-founder of Greenpeace shared reflections on decades of environmental work, expressing concern over political inaction in the face of climate change and mass extinction. He praised Monaco and His Serene Highness Prince Albert II for their leadership in ocean conservation, but warned of a dire future without urgent global action, predicting the collapse of the fishing industry by 2048 if nothing changes. Watson insisted that lasting impact comes not from governments, but from the courage and vision of individuals. His Serene Highness Prince Albert II visited the Sporades archipelago in Greece from October the 9th to 10th as part of the Monaco Explorations Mediterranean mission. The trip aimed to strengthen ocean protection efforts, continuing the legacy of Prince Albert I's 28 scientific expeditions. The sovereign emphasized the importance of raising awareness and implementing conservation practices based on precise scientific data. He highlighted progress in protecting the endangered Mediterranean monk seal, whose global population is estimated at just over 1,000 individuals. Monaco remains committed to its goal of safeguarding 30% of Mediterranean marine areas by 2030. The president of the International Committee of the Red Cross, the ICRC, was in Monaco on an official visit to strengthen ties with the Principality and renew a vital 3-year funding agreement on October the 10th. This partnership, which dates back many years, helps the ICRC respond rapidly to crises in conflict zones across the globe. During his visit, the ICRC president met with His Serene Highness Prince Albert II and representatives of the Monegasque Red Cross to discuss joint humanitarian priorities, including strengthening international humanitarian law and deploying trained staff to support ICRC missions. Monaco also reaffirmed its commitment to promoting the rules of war and protecting civilians during armed conflict. The ICRC president praised Monaco's consistent support for neutrality, independence, and the protection of human dignity, values that are essential in today's complex global conflicts. Specific areas of collaboration include operations in Gaza, Burkina Faso, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, where Monaco's backing plays a crucial role. In an extraordinary and emotional final at the 2025 Shanghai Masters, Monegasque player Valentin Vachereau stunned the tennis world by defeating his cousin Arthur Rinderknecht to win his first ATP 1000 title on October the 12th. The match, held on Sunday, October 12th, saw Vachereau recover from a set-down to triumph 4-6, 6-3, 6-3 in just over 2 hours. After a shaky start, Vachereau broke early in the second set and never looked back, dominating the rallies with aggressive baseline play, landing 8 aces and 12 clean winners. The final was not only a sporting milestone, but a family affair, with the two cousins sharing an emotional embrace at the net after the match. Rinderknecht, ranked 54th, couldn't match Vachereau's resilience and sharp momentum in the final 2 sets. Ranked 204th at the start of the tournament, Vachereau's victory catapults him into the ATP Top 100, landing at 40th in the world, an astonishing 164-place climb. Celebrations erupted back in Monaco, where supporters gathered at the Monte Carlo Country Club and the Condamine Market to watch the historic moment on big screens. His Serene Highness Prince Albert II praised Vachereau's technical, physical, and mental growth, highlighting the team spirit and values behind this extraordinary achievement. For the Principality, this is more than a win. It's a powerful symbol of Monaco's rising place in world sport. And for Valentijn, it's a moment of personal glory and national pride that will be remembered for years to come. From October the 12th to the 14th, Monaco hosted the third leadership meeting of the Red Cross and Red Crescent, bringing together 43 national societies from Europe and Central Asia. Held at the Novotel and attended by their Serene Highnesses Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene, the event focused on humanitarian strategies, global governance, and the vital role of the Red Cross in both conflict and crisis zones. Delegates also marked the 60th anniversary of the fundamental principles of the Red Cross, reaffirming their commitment to neutrality, impartiality, and humanity amid rising global crises. The U Cantine d'Aroca Choir marked its 30th anniversary with a joyful concert at the Condamine Market Hall on Sunday, October the 13th, attended by His Serene Highness Prince Albert II and Mayor Georges Marsan. Founded in 1995 to preserve and promote the Monegasque language through song, the choir remains a beloved part of local cultural life. The evening featured traditional music, heartfelt tributes, and a surprise gift to the sovereign, a new recording presented on both CD and USB. 8 artists and authors were celebrated at the Princely Palace on October the 14th as the Prince Pierre Foundation announced its 2025 laureates. Her Royal Highness the Princess of Hanover presided over the ceremony, recognizing achievements in literature, music, contemporary art, and philosophy. Highlights included the Literary Prize awarded to Louis-Philippe d'Alembert, the International Contemporary Art Prize to Simone Fattal, and moving tributes from young laureates and student juries who reflected on the power of cultural transmission through their chosen winners. Monaco's National Council has voted to adopt the amended 2025 budget on October the 15th, with 17 votes in favour, 4 against and 3 abstentions. The revised figures show a significant turnaround from a projected €88.6 million deficit to an €86 million surplus. The vote followed 3 public sessions and extended discussions between government ministers and council members. National Council President Thomas Brezo acknowledged the challenges and disagreements in the lead-up to the vote, but recognized the government's efforts to engage and compromise. He underlined the Council's role in overseeing the budget and stressed the need for audacity alongside prudence to ensure future-oriented governance. The next key budgetary milestone will be the public sessions in December, where the 2026 initial state budget will be debated and voted on. Monaco's Roca team powered past reigning champions Paris 99-94 in a fierce Betclic elite showdown on October the 12th. After an early Paris burst, Monaco responded with a 15-0 run and held the lead at halftime, despite the ejection of Alpha Diallo. Elio Kobo starred with a dazzling performance, while Mike James and Nikola Mirotic sealed the win in a chaotic final quarter, underlining Monaco's title intentions. Newly appointed AS Monaco coach Sébastien Pocognoli was officially unveiled at La Turbie on October the 14th, bringing ambition and a strong youth-focused philosophy. The 41-year-old Belgian, signed through to 2027, spoke of aligning his principles with the club's identity and promised an exciting, dynamic style of play. With just days to prepare, his first test comes this Saturday against Angers. The Roca team fell just short in Bologna, losing 77-73 to Virtus after leading for most of the game on Wednesday, October 15th. Despite solid defensive effort, the Roca team struggled offensively with poor ball movement, missed shots, and wasted chances proving costly. Carson Edwards led the hosts with 24 points, while Nikola Mirotic's 16 kept Monaco in touch until a late 9-0 run by Virtus turned the tide. A final push, including free throws from Streisel, brought Monaco within reach in the closing seconds, but it wasn't enough. The defeat marks Monaco's second EuroLeague loss of the season. Next up, our exclusive interview with the personalities making the Principality.
My name is Loris Menoni. I'm the Executive Director of Sportel Monaco. I'm originally from Bourgoin-Jallieu, which is a city in the Rhône-Alpes area in France. So I grew up there and I made my studies in Lyon first and then in Paris. First I was in the scientific studies, and then I realized that it was not my main goal. I find something more in common with my goals, and it was sports management. Then I studied in Lyon and then in Paris to finish for this kind of cursus of sports management. I came to Monaco, it was in 1995, something like that. I don't know why, but my goal was one day I need to come there and to work there. But that was just a dream, Nearly 20 years ago now, I had the opportunity to come to work for Sportel. It was the beginning of my journey here at Monaco Mediax. So Sportel was created in 1990. It's the world's leading sports media rights content and technology convention. It is dedicated for all the business and companies involved in sports, media, technology providers, federations, sports marketing agencies. Today I'm in charge of Sportel as the Executive Director of Sportel Monaco. We have also Sportel Abroad that we organize every year, usually in the America or Asian country. I'm in charge of all the organization of Sportel, development of Sportel here in Monaco. Sportel Monaco is the most important market floor for the sports media industry, but of course we have also a high-levels conference summit. During this summit we will have a lot of discussion about AI. We have also some topics around the private equity investment, which is a new business in the sports model. And we will talk about also the monetization and production models, new models. Usually we add some just one linear TV, and now we have the streaming platform. So the discussion is very interesting. The concurrency is also growing, so very interesting for us, and of course for all the people coming to Sportel. We have the big leagues. We have the NBA for the basket, we have the NFL, we have the NHL. For the first time exhibitors this year because they are promoting the World Cup of Hockey next year. For example, we have all the leagues, of course, about football, all around Europe and the world. But we have also basketball, we have the new sports like we had in the past the tech ball, for example, and then all coming to Sportel to find some new distribution, new streaming potential, etc. So it's very interesting because it's very, the picture of Sportel is about sports, of course, but all sports. And for us, it's very interesting because we have more than 70 countries represented, so more than 800 companies, and it's a very interesting diversity. So Sportel Awards is the cultural part of Sportel. It is a competition which rewards the most beautiful images in sports. It's different categories like the documentaries, the slow motion prize, etc. So this is a competition, and we also attract and welcome a lot of sporting champions to give them a platform to make some media, press meetings, and they are the actors of these images, so they have their place at Sportel Awards, and we welcome all these people together, the professional. So if you want some names, I can give you one. Maybe it's Marie-Josée Pérec. She will be rewarded this year for the Autobiography Prize. And we also have different nice events to attend. So it is open to the public. The ceremony is also open to the public, so this is interesting. And this is the B2C, part of Sportel. The market is still growing, and maybe because of this, numbers of different actors, and of course, depending on the big events like the Olympics or the World Cup, etc., it could change from one year to another, but the tendency is still growing for this market. Monaco is a territory of sports. We know that we have a lot of big events in Monaco, like Hercules, like the Formula 1 Grand Prix. Very strong teams in football. There's Monaco, the Roca team, which is one of the best teams in Europe in basketball. And Sportel originally was validated by the Prince Renier III in 1990. The Prince is a vice president of Sportel. Then we have a strong relationship and support from the Prince and the Palace. The Prince himself is a former Olympian, champion. So Sportel is a land of sports for sure.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching News.mc, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Discover the full interview and more stories on our websites, News.mc and MonacoInfo.com. Next week, we will receive Pierre Froller, world record freediver. This show is intended to provide a summary of the past week's top stories for the English-speaking audience. For daily and real-time news updates in English, please visit News.mc and subscribe to our free daily newsletter. For French news, visit MonacoInfo.com. This show was brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties.